everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Rams going up against the Raiders. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
It's a day, Larry, that fans in these parts will need to savor as we come to you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. A short time ago, the NFL's Defensive Player of the Year for 2016, Khalil Mack, getting the folks in silver and black in full roar as his guys get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0.
And it's the defense that's really the star of the show. A terrific game last week. They got a shutout on the road. And that's something that doesn't happen very often nowadays.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led by a man who grew up across the bay in the town of Novato. It's the first-round pick from nearby Cal Berkeley, and that's Jared Goff.
And how about it? When you're the #1 overall pick, there's an incredible sense of excitement. I'm sure there's pride for he and his family to be that guy.
And some pressure.
Boy, does it bring some responsibility and pressure with it as well, doesn't it? Because he's expected to be the so-called savior as well as the face of the franchise. So here's his opportunity, and now he's back at home, so to speak, playing in front of some familiar faces.
In this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Here's Goff now on second down. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to. They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller. They'll come out throwing here on first down. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A first carry now for Marshawn Lynch. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
And before they can get settled in here, time expires. On the first quarter of action. 0-0 our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. We'll see what they'll do here as they're up against a 4th and inches. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
An update from Denver. The Broncos have taken the early lead. Trevor Siemian, an early touchdown pass in that one. Now a play fake here on first down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off, didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Blitz coming and down he goes. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack. Although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that. And the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll have Larry Ridley's highlights, but points obviously hard to come by in this first half. Larry will be in Orlando with our halftime report in about 2 minutes' time.
Yeah, he and his staff, they're putting together nothing but defensive highlights from the first half, and there's nothing wrong with that as far as I'm concerned.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Connor Barwin in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Now a first down throw. Gone. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. He was looking for Josh Reynolds that time. And now it's second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept him on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the score. And the Raiders have got him. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. from the gun. Here's Goff. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at about the 14. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. It's their quarterback as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the second up in Seattle. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. Matt Barkley leading the way offensively. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
On the carry, it's Davis. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Aldon Smith coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. So we've reached halftime here in Oakland with the Raiders on top. As we send you across the country to Orlando, standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? And an update from a game going on out in Denver. The Broncos have taken the early lead. Trevor Siemian with 1 touchdown pass thus far.
Here we go. Let's do this. Here's your first half highlights. Fourth down, inches to go. They'll go with the run here. He'll end up running for over 20 yards on the play. Score stays the same, though, as they miss the field goal. Raiders have it later on the drive. Barwin's going to push his way to the QB here. This will go as a loss of 10. Hecker is punting it away now. And he's gone as he sprints into the end zone. That puts them up by a touchdown.
So that'll do it for us. Let's get back out to Oakland now as we turn it back over to Brandon Guy.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. I tell you what, they got the lead here in the second half, and you can attribute part of that at least to some great returns on special teams, particularly in the punting game.
And when we add up yardage during a game, we often miss some of the key yardage, don't we? And that's what you get in the kick return game. In this case, punt returns. We often call it the area of hidden yardage. Changes field position, makes big plays, and that's why they're leading here today.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Second down following the incompletion. They'll drop to throw. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got room. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And he'll get it down deep into Los Angeles territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for our defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up first and goal inside the 10.
So the chains are on their sides. It's first and goal from the 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Lance Kendricks, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And his kick is good. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
They go again with Davis. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. Now it's gone. And this is going to be incomplete.
another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11. Oh, shifty. Whoa. Might have been one man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Around the NFL, third quarter now up in Seattle. And it is the Chiefs who have the lead there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Let's go!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanting the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marshawn Lynch, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And it is now 21-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores. Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win? And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Goff hitting Woods for a Rams first. Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points. And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aldon Smith in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, here's Goff. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And it's third down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
The Rams on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be third and a mile. Out of the gun. Goff. And that is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Reynolds. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 26 yards on the pickup there. Here's Goff. And that leads to a Los Angeles first down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On first and 10, Goff. Right side complete. That's Woods. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. From the red zone now, Goff. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Second and 10. Goff again. Throw left side complete. That's Brewer. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
The Rams on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Again, Goff. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
They'll start on the ground with Lynch. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Whoosh. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
It's always been funny to me, Brandon, when coaches always talk about on hot days like the one we have here. Well, it's hot for both teams. But when one team has the advantage, when one team is running the ball really well and closing things out, it's hotter for the defensive side, and they sag a lot quicker.
Yeah, they say the dog days of August, the heat we're seeing here today, dog days of September, and the advantage right now on the offensive side. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So for Oakland, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.